Пошли. Спасибо. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Уйди, сказал. Уйди. Hello.
How are you today?
Yeah.
So, we have an issue today. You went on to Mr. Francis' property and gave him 2 years.
Yes.
Yes. You are not to go on his property whatsoever.
You see, if I can talk to the judge.
You talked to the judge?
I was asking how this is supposed to be handled. She told it is like local ordinance. It's not. You see, this is my right to advise Mr. Court to share with me evidence. He has evidence he got to share.
Regardless,
yes.
You talked to the judge there, and the judge said that you're allowed to walk on his property.
They said it is reference to the ordinance. That's it. It is no restraint orders, nothing like that.
She told you were supposed to have no contact with him whatsoever.
That is a restraint order. I'm not contacting him.
She told you no contact, which means anything in writing, anything in verbal, anything in person is no contact.
She didn't tell me that.
No contact means no contact.
She did say in the hearing, I was there, don't even step foot on his property, it'd be violation.
Correct.
It'd be defiant trespass.
Correct.
You stepped foot on his property twice today. You weren't supposed to do it.
I believe it's mail. Mail delivery is not considered.
You're not a mailman.
That wasn't.
I'm not a mailman.
So here's the thing. Also, you're not allowed to put things in people's mailbox that doesn't come from the mailman. So that's a U.S. postal issue. So we can call the postal police, and then they can handle that as well.
With all due respect, you see, people coming and you can see at the neighbor property.
They're hanging it on the doors.
But,
they're not putting it in their mailbox.
Okay, you see, I was checking ordinances. I was requested ordinances. I was checking all the. This is not in ordinance. This is not saying that. Okay, this is violation. This is it. I'm not a person who is doing anything improper. I'm doing the best to protect myself.
Okay.
And this is no offense, I'm not offending, you advise me not to contact him, okay, but yesterday, officer, it was issue, he was using flashlights, he was annoying me, he has more rights than me.
Did you stop in front of his car and film inside his car while he was in the red light?
I was bypassing.
I'm sorry, you
I have everything on my...
Okay, why did you film inside his car?
Because a few people were inside, they were strange, and that's my protection.
So you filmed inside somebody else's car in front of his house?
I have no idea. You see, he is a person...
And when you saw it was him, you kept filming?
Well, it was important for him to understand what's going on. Because...
That you were filming him while you're walking? Why didn't you just continue to walk down the sidewalk?
I was using sidewalk.
Right. Why did you stop and film him in his car?
Stop. He's supposed to provide evidence that
he doesn't know. That was all handled in court. You had your time in court. Okay. The judge found you guilty. Case is closed. You have the option to do an appeal.
I have option to appeal.
So that's what you do.
Violations done against me, violated my rights, etc.
So if you want anything, if you want any evidence from him, you go through the courts and have him subpoenaed for that evidence.
Yes, I will.
Okay, not dropping personal letters off in his mailbox. That's not how you do it. That is not the proper channel on how you do it. So therefore, by you going on his property and putting the mail in his mailbox, you violated the court order of her telling you no contact and not to be on his property. So therefore, you're going to be getting charged with defiant trespass. You understand?
Well, you see, that was because I thought it was important for me.
Well, you thought wrong, and you didn't go through the proper channels that you had to do. All you had to do was either call us or call the court. Okay, you chose not to do either, and took it upon yourself to put the mail in his mailbox.
But it is no violation. I consider it
so therefore, I'm explaining it to you now. Therefore, you violated the no contact. Okay, by going on his property. Therefore, you're going to be charged with defiant trespass, which is a misdemeanor 3.
Well,
okay?
Whatever,
and then we'll go back into court for that.
I believe that you people and you...
What do you mean by you people?
Neighbors were advised to act against me.
Nobody was advised anything.
I'm assuming, you know.
Well, don't assume, because I'm telling you how it is.
Okay.
Okay? You were, to go back, you were advised numerous times to keep your dog on a leash and keep it off other people's property. Okay? You were told that without being cited. That was a warning. Several times we've talked to you. I know I talked to you at least 2 or 3 times to tell you that. And I know other officers have, because we have everything documented. Okay? You continued not to listen to us, okay, and continued to let your dog on other people's property and let your dog off a leash. So, that being said, you weren't adhering to our warnings, so then you were cited under the borough ordinance, okay? Because we could take it a step further and file it under a state law, okay? But we chose not to do that. We chose just to do it as a borough ordinance, okay? But now you're not listening to that. So now we're going to take it a step further. Okay? You have been given ample warnings without being cited, and you chose not to listen to them. So you're being defiant to us after us taking our discretion and giving you warnings. We didn't have to give you a warning the first time, or the second time, or the third time, or the fourth time. We didn't have to do that. Okay? We used our discretion to maybe you would understand if we give you the warning, you would stop doing it. Okay? You chose not to do that. So every action has consequences. You chose to do this action. Now here comes the consequence by you being cited and charged now. Okay? So maybe now you will understand the severity of the things that you are doing. You can laugh all you want, okay? You can laugh all you want. Okay, you can laugh all you want. Okay, because you think it's a joke, but it's not.
A joke, you know. It's very serious.
People don't want other people on their property, but you choose not to listen to that. Okay, so now this is when the charges come.
Officer Taylor, numerous times I was asking, please provide evidences which you got,
And you took pictures of the pictures. You were given the pictures.
Which he wasn't allowed to take pictures of.
That is not evidence.
That was the evidence that I charged you with. Yes, it was.
That is a printed piece of something,
Mr. Romanovich.
Right.
I provided you with the pictures at
Yeah,
court.
that is why I would appeal this.
That's what I filed the charges under.
Okay.
Everything else that he has on his phone is regardless to what we did. I had those 2 photos is all I needed to file the charges. Okay? So anything else he has on his phone or anything has no bearing on what I charged you with.
Right.
Okay? So there is no more evidence. I showed my evidence. You were able to see the evidence. You were given copies of the evidence. Okay?
But, it's supposed to be shared.
It was shared with you at the court.
No, it was not shared.
Did you not get copies of the pictures?
This is not
Mr. Roba, answer my question. Did you not get copies of the pictures? Yes, you did, because
it is not the same evidence which you were showing to present.
Yes, it is.
I have pictures, and which I got. It is completely.
The judge took the pictures that I had, made copies, and gave them to you. I was there.
That is your opinion.
It's not my opinion. It's fact. I saw it happen. Sergeant Petrick saw it happen.
All right, here it is. Listen. When we're at the magistrate level, you get your evidence produced to you at the hearings. Okay. When you go downtown, that's what they call discovery. That's when you're able to get more evidence before the trial. Okay. We're at the magistrate level. We're not at the common police court level.
No problem.
Okay?
No problem. Yeah.
So for today, you're going to get charged with the defiant trespass. You went on his property twice today. You dropped off letters you shouldn't have.
Right. Okay.
In order to do it properly, you should be going through the courts or an attorney and have them mailed properly.
Okay.
Okay? By you going on his property, you violated the judge's order from the other day.
You see, regarding this particular situation, you were saying that I was working, I stopped. I'm working, I'm stopping. It was an issue.
I'm not working.
It is not violation.
We are not talking about you stopping. We are talking about you entering his property.
I'm just trying to understand.
I understand it.
Let
me speak. Okay? We are talking about you entering his property twice today and putting something in his mailbox a letter saying that you're requesting this stuff.
You repeated yourself. You already said about it. I'm asking. Officer Taylor told me that it was offense, to film. I'm supposed to protect myself. I can film anything. I think considered, potential threat or anything.
Now you're borderline harassment. Okay, because you have an issue with him. Okay, and he has an issue with you. By you stopping and filming him inside his own vehicle, that could be considered harassment. Because you have no right to do that.
For my protection.
What do you mean by your protection?
I would understand. Let me talk. For my protection, I'm bypassing. Everything is stated in my body camera that no conflict there, sir. I'm just recording.
So do you do that? Do you do that to every vehicle down the road?
He cannot say after that I was bypassing. I said anything. He knows why he was waiting.
So let me ask you this: every car you pass, do you film inside that car?
You see?
No. Answer the question. It's a yes or no answer. It's a yes or no answer.
No reason for me to record all cars.
Okay. So then, why did you stop and record his?
Because I see that female inside.
Because he got a female inside?
No. The neighbor Jeffrey fellas was inside with somebody.
Okay. So what? That's his own. That's his business. Is it your business?
That's my business to protect myself. That nobody will be.
What are you protecting yourself from?
He has a witness next to him, and they both would testify against me that something's wrong.
If you're walking down the sidewalk and no one's blocking the sidewalk, there's no reason for you to stop and film in his car.
Exactly.
Then why did you stop and film in his car then?
Because that person is a liar. I don't trust him. I recorded,
Okay, so all you have to do is have it on when you're walking down the sidewalk. There was no reason for you to stop and film in his car.
No reason for you. It is a reason for me.
No, that's not. You're walking down the sidewalk. Did he jump out at you or anything?
No, excuse me, sir. I have my own reason, all my rights.
Okay, that's harassment.
That's not harassment.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
It is harassment. Yes, it is. Because then I'm going to double check. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
I'm going to double check with the district attorney, and I'm going to tell him, and if he says it's harassment, you're going to be charged with harassment as well.
Well, I will report, this particular, each day you coming pretending that I was violated something.
Okay, well that's what's going to happen. I'm going to give him a story about you stopping, filming inside his car. Okay, which you admitted that you did. Which you admitted that you did. Are you going to let me finish talking? So this is what I'm going to do. You're not going to talk over me, okay? That's not going to happen. Okay. So this is what it is. I'm going to call the DA, and if I say he stopped and filmed in his car after he already had a hearing with this gentleman, filmed inside his car, made a purpose. You going to let me talk? So now what's going to happen is I'm going to ask him. If he says yes, that's harassment, then you're also going to be cited with harassment. You're going to be cited with 2 counts of defiant trespass and 1 count of harassment.
Okay? You can check me with anything you want. Before I got police officer, they can say, hey, you can choose anything you want, we will charge you.
Okay.
It is not fair. And I did not stop. I told you repeatedly, many times, I have everything recorded.
Okay, good.
Good, it is good, but you got to listen also.
Okay. I am listening.
You're not listening.
But you told me that you stopped. You told me you stopped.
I'm not stopping.
Okay, you have a nice day.
I was not stopping. And it is not nice that you're coming every day here, bothering me. I have disability. You are always bothering me. I would report that also. I would call now medical assistant because you're giving me hard time here for nothing.
Then you go talk to the chief, and you file a complaint on me.
Chief never contacted me. That is funny what you do this in the borough.
You file a
You
complaint
criminals,
on me,
you gang of criminals, you're charging me for nothing
So
here.
if the chief doesn't help you, call the mayor. Okay?
Give me the phone of mayor. I was checking there's no contact information about mayor, Major in the website.
Officer Taylor,
you're funny for you nothing at me.
Badge number 23.
That is not fair.
Okay?
It is not fair treatment. You harassing me with this nonsense charges.
File the complaint.
Yes, complain. Go and complain.